This is a 1930 Model A driver's side door latch that needs to be rebuilt. Springs aren't working and it's in bad shape. I used a all-purpose cleaner to clean the grease and grime off of the old latch. I used a half milk carton as a container and sprayed and brushed the metal to get all the grease and grime off of it before I started disassembling it for rebuilding. Try to brush out all the grease out of the crevices so you've got a good clean surface to work with once you get the unit cleaned. After washing off the detergent with water, I blotted the lock dry to get ready to start disassembling. What I'm pointing out is the hinge pin for the main latch that I needed to punch out with a punch. I set it on my vise and tapped it very gently with a punch and a hammer to pull it out. As you can see from the following picture, the pin is worn very badly on both ends, which caused a lot of play in the door latch. This will allow you to take the pin out and the old spring. That's the pin. Will be a better picture in a minute of the wear, and that's the old spring that's been broken off that needs to be replaced. Once you take the pin and the spring out, you're able to pull the entire door latch out, but you can see the wear on the pins. There's also a small spring on the latch, or a broken spring on the latch itself. Next, we moved on to getting the latch spring removed from the metal fork that holds it into the door latch. And you can see you pull that out, bend over the tab with a pair of pliers, and just pull the spring off. There's also the small spring that needs to go back into the latch, the manual latch, that basically you pry it, bend it back, insert it in the little screw holder, and you'll be good to go. Once I got the springs out of the old unit, I went over it with an X-Acto knife to scrape any carbonized grease or old paint or anything that needed to be removed. This is the new and old springs and the new and old door pin or hinge pin that you just replace the way you took them out. As you can see, once you replace the springs, the action of the spring of the lock works just like it was when it was made originally. You can see where the pin for the latch was installed with the new spring, and I had to use a round-headed punch to kind of knurl over the end of the rivet so that it would stay in place. And this is the punch that I used. Just put it in the end and tapped it with a hammer on my vise to kind of put it in place. So that basically is how you rebuild your door latch. After a little bit of sanding to kind of get the rough spots out and get a little bit of the rust off. That's a naturally cadmium plated door latch, but in this case what we used is some Eastman paint that is cadmium color, and we sprayed it both front and back, and now we've got a brand new looking functioning door latch. So hopefully this gives you a little bit better idea of how to rebuild a door latch. Paint stripe, take the main spring and put it in the screw slot that basically holds the little spring for the manual latch in place. I'm trying to demonstrate to you also how the handle goes back in. Basically you push it in, twist it a quarter turn, and then finish it off by pushing it all the way through so that you've got the door latch, doorknob in the latch so it works. I've included my email information, so if there's anything that needs to be clarified or you have a question, please feel free to contact me.